yesterday. Number 2, it says, in the problem to the left, divide your answer by 2. What special number did you discover? So the answer yesterday for number 2 was 6.28. You divide it by 2, you get 3.14. What is that number? Okay. So that's what you discovered. Number 3. How would the volume of a rectangular prism change if each side of the prism was doubled in length? Okay. There wasn't another a rectangular prism that we had to go by. So you just had to think, okay, volume equals length times width times height, correct? And if I double each length, let's just say that starts with 1, right? 1 is the length, 1 is the width, 1 is the height. And I double that, but that would be 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. So what happens to my shape? It gets 8 times bigger. And we can see it another way. Let's say we use 2 times 2 times 2 as my first length, right? Let's double that, so it would be 4 times 4 times 4, which is 16 times 4, which would be 64. Well, how do I get from 8 to 64? 8 times 8. So it's always going to be 8 times bigger. How many of you were lost on that question? Yeah, when you first read it, you're kind of like, okay, where's another volume at? Or what am I supposed to look at? So here you go. Number 4. What is so special about those angles? Okay, write it down. Vertical, and we're going to use just the angles. This sign is also representing angles. So if one side is 37 degrees, then B is going to equal 37 degrees. Find the missing angle. So I know the 67 and 56. So I add 67 plus 56 is, what is it? What is it? 123. And then I know that this would be, okay, then I have to take 180 minus 123, which would be, what is it?
57.
Thank you. So then I know this is 90, so I take 90 minus my 57, and I get 33 degrees. So this angle is 33. So then I have 81 plus 33 is 114, then 180 minus 114 is 66 degrees. Right now you guys should be able to get those problems. Number 6. What is special about these angles? What do these two angles measure together? 100 and what? And then what are they called? What's that? What's the vocabulary term? Okay, write it down. Supplementary, and I'm going to use the angle sign equal 180 degrees. So then I have 6x plus 16 plus 12x plus 2. Combine my like terms. 6x and 12x make 18x. 16 plus 2, it makes 18. So I have 18x x plus 18 equals 180. Draw my line. Box up my 18x. Subtract 18 from both sides. So I'm left with 18x equals 162. Box my x. Divide by 18. Divide by 18. And if I would just put that in my calculator, my answer is 9. But you're showing all of your work until you get down to here. Yesterday we wrote the definitions for the mean. So today really, I don't need you to write that long definition the whole time. I just need you to show me what you're putting in your calculator. So you had to show 77 plus 83 plus 75 plus 52 plus 85. You have to put that on your paper. Then you're showing me that you're dividing it by how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then you put that in your calculator and you get 74.4. Number 8, we had to find the median and mean, which reflects the best measure of the center. Alright, so we've got to find the median first. So when I find the median, I put the least to greatest. So I've got 15. Tell me if I missed something here, guys. 17 and cross it off. What would be next? 23. Then we've got 27. Then we got 28. Then we got 60 and 154. So then we cross one from front, back, front, back, and my median is 27. Write it that it is median equals 27. I want you to know that that's what the median is. Then you have to show me that you're adding the numbers. I can leave them in this order because I know I've written them all down. 15 plus 17 plus 23 plus 27 plus 28 plus 60 plus 154 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the mean equals 46.29. Then it asks, which is the better measure of center? Is it going to be the median or the mean? What do you guys think? Xander? Why? Who thinks they can explain what they think it is? Nobody? Okay. Take a look, and this is what you need to pay attention to. If I put a box around these two numbers, and I kind of combine these numbers, don't these two numbers kind of look like they're out of place? Because they're a lot further. So if I was trying to figure out, like, what it's trying to say is the best measure of center, center would be like the center between 15 and 154. Does that make sense? So center, if I take 154 minus 15, better do that on my calculator. The 139, I'm going to take 139 and I divide it by 2. Center is about 69.5 in between these two numbers. Does that make sense? I subtracted it and I divided it by 2. So which number is closer to 69.9.5? Is it 27 or 46? So really, I know that you guys are thinking, well, 27, more numbers are like that, but when you're thinking of center, you're thinking of from what you started with to what you end with. Does that make better sense? Now, if that number, if they didn't have the 60, if they had like a 200 and everything else, that might skew your information also. So the best measurement of center is actually the mean, because 46 is closer to your 69.5. Go ahead and take a picture and submit it to development.